What's up guys, in this video I want to give tips to natural bodybuilders starting out, or maybe you've been training for a couple of years. Those tips can be beneficial for you, alright? It's tips that will apply to naturals that are trying to progress as bodybuilders, not only exercising, but you want to reach your top peak natural physique, alright? First thing first, don't compare yourself, all right? And it's hard in a world of social media. When I started, I didn't even have a phone. I didn't know what Instagram was, so I couldn't compare myself with enhanced lifters. But nowadays, it's so hard, and I get you guys. You see the temptation, you see people that are 16, 17 years old, maybe your age, but they're looking amazing, they're huge, their veins coming out of everywhere, benching 300-400 pounds, and yes, it does hurt because you're like, I'm putting in the work, but this guy right here is probably taking a lot of PEDs, but he's getting all this attention. And that's why my tip would be, don't follow those enhanced influencers, because it will end up playing with your mind subconsciously. You see it, even though you might have a kind of detached feeling from it, it will stay in your mind, and at a certain point you'll just crack. So I would say don't follow those enhanced athletes, but that are giving people either false expectation, or they're openly saying that they're enhanced, but it will play with your mind. You'll end up comparing yourself and not putting in the 100%, because you think that what you're doing is not gonna produce any fruits, but it's wrong, because on the long term you'll be winning. All right, it's a long-term game, and trust me, the best decision I've made in my life was staying natural. And I'll repeat, life forced me to stay natural because I got injured many times, so I kept postponing it until I realized that I didn't need it. All right, so thank God for those injuries. Tip number 2, don't train like an enhanced athlete and focus on your compound lifts. The free weights, the compound lifts, the barbell bench press, the bent over rows, the pull-ups, the push-ups, the overhead presses, the barbell squat, the deadlift, the dips. Those ones are the ones that will build you that foundation. And as a natural, that's basically the exercises that will give you the most bang for your buck. Someone that is enhanced can get away with going on a machine and pumping some blood in those muscles, doing high reps, not pushing too much. Yes, they have to put the effort, yes, but the exercise choice might not matter as much for them as for you, because you're natural. So you rely on those compound lifts, those free weight, those big compound lifts to impact your nervous system positively, shock your body, and produce an increase of hormones, growth hormone, testosterone. All right, so don't neglect your bench press, your overhead press, squat, barbell rows, all those good compound lifts, the deadlift, the overhead press, the pull-ups. I don't see people doing them nowadays because they have been kind of outdated, but trust me, they're still the foundation of every single one of my workouts and the ones of my clients, and that's what I recommend you to do. Tip number 3, optimize your diet 100%. The mistake I did when I started, all right, I started eating everything because I would see influencers eating McDonald's and cookies and still be ripped, training maybe an hour a day, 4 times a week, eating McDonald's, cookies, junk food, and they're ripped. And I'm like, you know what? If it's working for them, it will work for me. But I was wrong, because I didn't know they were on PEDs, and that was helping them burn a lot. All right, I would see Cali Muscle doing those donuts challenge or whatever, McDonald's challenge, and I'm like, whoa, maybe I'm not eating enough. So I started overeating, and I gained a lot of fat. And when you gain a lot of fat, you impact your hormones, your testosterone levels, which will impede and impact your muscle progress. So, long story short, make sure you optimize your diet, and make sure you don't go surpass 20% body fat. You don't want to be over bulking. As naturals, it's super easy to be over bulking because we always feel the need of gaining more weight, but in reality that weight takes time. The quality weight takes time, and we want to rush the process. We get in a body fat percentage that's a bit high, and we start impacting our testosterone level. We're just getting fatter and not stronger. Vicious cycle. Your body starts releasing more cortisol, the stress hormone, and it's not ideal. So optimize your diet and stay relatively lean. All right, I know it might sound counterproductive, you've heard other things, but lean as I am right now. You don't want to be over 20% body fat, having the love handles and the main boobs, because at that point you're not doing yourself any favor. All right, so super important. Tip number 4, use supplements as a supplement. But you know what, before talking about supplements, because supplements can be helpful, I will say prioritize your sleep and your recovery. Sleep. They did a study on a twins, 2 people, same twins. One of them slept 5 hours, the other one slept 8 hours. For a week, the one sleeping 5 hours had a diminishing in his testosterone levels drop I think by 30%. Can you imagine? Just by sleeping 3 hours less. That's insane. It does impact your testosterone levels. And we are not injecting any PEDs. We are all natural. So we are relying on our natural production, the sleep, the recovery, the diet, the training. So guys, make sure you're optimizing that sleep, optimizing your recovery. You don't want to be too late on your phone on scrolling, but rather go sleep. It's gonna give you a lot more benefit that you think. All right, my mistake also was not taking my sleep seriously. Moving on, let's talk about the training before supplements, because there are supplements that I want you to also take. The training, high frequency. I'm a big proponent for high frequency training, especially for naturals. 3-4 times a week is not enough. If you're natural, you've been training for over a year, you've been over your beginner gains, it's time for you to start upping that frequency. Don't tell me Mike Medzer trained 3 times a week. All right, you're not Mike Medzer. He didn't build that body on this low frequency program, and he was very enhanced. All right, as a natural, you gotta put in the work and you gotta stay frequent with it. Your body's gonna get used to it. All right, imagine 4,000-5,000 years ago, we used to 2,000 years ago, 1,000 years ago, we used to go out in the forest and the jungle, and we were super active. But nowadays people think that after 3 workouts a week they have to recover or they'll be overtraining. No, keep that frequency high. I would say 5-6 times a week. I train 7 times a week. Hey, if you're ready, try it out, and trust me, you will see the benefits. 7 times a week. I'm not saying go super intense and do PR every day, because then you'll overstress your nervous system, but keep that frequency high. And now let's talk about supplements. Creatine, protein powder. I love creatine because for me it's the most important supplement, natural supplement. All right, it really helped me get more water in my muscle. It helped me fill up my muscles. It does help me with the energy. I love creatine, and you know, if I would choose only one supplement, it would be creatine. It's like a kind of a natural boost that we can take. More water, muscle hydration, less chance of getting injured because you got more water in your muscles, you're stronger, you're more hydrated, more endurance. Protein shakes, if you're not getting enough protein. I consume a lot of protein powders just because sometimes I don't feel like eating, I don't have time to cook, I don't have time to eat. And sometimes I train first thing in the morning, so I want to get some protein in my system. I'll go with a whey protein isolate, digest super fast, a lot faster than having eggs, for example. So they are convenient. Protein powder been a bit demonized, but I don't think that they are necessarily bad. All right. Yes, having real food is always the priority, but protein powders are not bad. Pre-workout, if you're someone that needs a bit of energy, a little boost, well, a pre-workout can help you. Those are the supplements that I basically take. Omega-3 if you don't eat enough salmon, and vitamin D3 if you don't get enough sunlight. That's pretty much it. All right, I see people starting to work out and they go to the supplement store. BCAA, EAA, pre-workout, protein, mass gainer, carnitine, give me this, HMB. I'm like, whoa, you just spent $600 and you haven't even stepped in the gym. Come on, do you really think it's gonna be beneficial? No, go buy real good quality food with that money, and trust me, you'll get a lot more bang for your buck. That's it for this video, guys. Please, I'm sharing those advices for free. If you wanna help me out, leave a like. I don't ask for money, all right? I'm not asking for your money. All I'm asking is that you leave a like, you leave a comment, just subscribe. Let me know in the comment if I forgot a tip or what was one of your favorite tips that I just shared. Go watch others of my videos, share my channel with some of your friends. All right, my goal is growing this, helping you guys even more, and I can't do it if you guys are not helping me. All right, so just help me by subscribing. It's free and it's gonna make my day. I'll see you guys soon. Ciao.